Funny that she remembered its vibrant color. She could almost feel the soft wool beneath her legs and the gentle breeze upon her cheek. Megan smiled to herself. She'd been so happy in her dream. Peter was with her, and Alexis and Hannah played off to the side. But the part that held her eyes closed was the heavy feel in her arms and the soft cooing of a baby. Megan couldn't see the baby's face and didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, but she knew the child was hers. Once upon a time, they'd been a happy family, and if Emma hadn't gone missing, maybe things would have turned out differently. The sound of Emma's laughter still rang in her ears, such a beautiful sound, one she no longer heard very often. Megan rolled over and patted the sheets, but found them empty. Again. Lately, Peter had been leaving earlier than normal, not even waking her up for her run. She splayed her fingers across the sheets and realized he must have woken up some time ago. His usual spot was cool. With a sigh, she rolled over and rubbed her eyes. When she opened them, she saw a solemn Emma staring down at her. For a very brief moment, Megan wished for that happy little girl from her dream instead of the quiet one in front of her. Just as quickly, Megan pushed that thought away. "Emma, sweetheart, why are you up so early?" Emma shrugged and held out the book she'd been holding to her chest. Megan mustered a smile as she swung her legs out of the bed and sat up. She saw the new recipe book she had bought the night before and left on the kitchen table. She preferred to do her shopping at night, leaving the girls at home and away from prying eyes. She hated the stares and sweet words of encouragement from those who meant well. Emma always tensed up. Megan didn't like putting her daughter in situations like that. With the kids on summer break, she thought it would be a good time to do some baking with them. Emma seemed to enjoy helping out in the kitchen, so when Megan had spotted the copy of Kids Can Bake Too while she had been out shopping, she didn't think twice about buying it, even though she had a cupboard full of cookbooks. Megan glanced at the clock and groaned. She'd slept in and probably already missed Lori for their morning run. "It's a little early to be baking, isn't it?" Emma shook her head and tendrils of hair escaped the braid Megan had plaited the night before. Her daughter's brows furrowed, and Megan caught the way her fingers tightened around the book. "Let me shower and have some coffee first, okay?" A sparkle shone in Emma's eyes, and a glimmer of the girl from Megan's dream peeked through. Maybe it wasn't too late to have that girl back. To see the smile on Emma's face was all it took for Megan to give in. It was a rare treat. The counselor said it would take time for Emma to readjust to her new life, but Megan hadn't thought it would take this long. Emma needed time, the counselor kept saying. Time to grieve, time to accept the change in her life, and time to accept her new family. That last bit was what hurt the most. They weren't her new family, they were her only family. If Megan could, she would erase the last 2 years when Emma lived in that country farmhouse with an old couple who could barely take care of themselves. But if time was what Emma needed, then time was what she would get. "Why don't you pick out a recipe and wait for me downstairs?" Emma turned on her heels and skipped toward the door. She paused before tilting her head and then gave Megan a questioning look. "Promise, Mommy?" Megan smiled. She couldn't help it. Even though it had only been a month since Emma's return, she still cherished every time her baby called her Mommy. "Of course. I'll be right down." She picked up the towel Peter had left on the floor of their bathroom. A month ago, her goal had been to find her daughter and heal the rift in her marriage. Now it was to help her daughter heal, while continuing to look for a way to stop her marriage from crumbling. Setting his cup of tea on the coffee table, Jack sat down in Dottie's old chair and reached for the